Good morning and welcome to the CosmoQuest Hangoutathon 2020. Things have been full of their normal early morning chaos behind the scenes, and this isn't just me. This is a whole lot of us making this possible. And here are all the people literally behind the scenes helping to make everything we do today happen. Hello and welcome and good morning. And my green screen is allowing you to see the brick wall behind us. So wow, we have all of the behind the scenes going on. CosmoQuest is a group of people, and I'm going to let these amazing people each introduce what they're up to. Kitten, I'm going to go to you last. I'm going to start with you, Elad. All right, Gordon. Oh, they're mute. Shoot, hold on. We're missing audio just to have consistency with everything we've ever done. Yes. All right.
Good morning.
I can try. I often am seen modding in the various CosmoQuest and weekly space hangout places like Twitch and YouTube. My IRL name is Dave, which is the joke Dave's not here, man. There'll be a quiz on that later, so take notes. I work in the satellite communications industry. I really didn't have a choice. My dad was a rocket scientist in the Air Force and mom was a librarian. So nerd from the ground up, and was so lucky to find this crew, and am just genuinely happy to be a part of it.
Yes, I've only been here since May, but I'm very happy that Pamela tapped me to do just all the like audio and video stuff for the Daily Space, and also Community Coffee, and basically whatever needs video editing. I do all the audio for the Daily Space podcast. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And I'm very happy to be part of this community now.
Hi, everybody. I'm Beth Johnson. I'm kind of the resident planetary scientist, so I provide a contrast to Pamela's astrophysics. I write, so my scripts are written by me. Pamela's scripts are edited by me, and everything that goes up on the website usually has my hands in it somewhere. If Allie hasn't edited, I have. I am a herder of cats. Allie didn't mention that she's got 5 that wander through her life, and I have 5 as well. And you saw Puck just a minute ago. So they will wander through stream at will, and they are allowed. So I've been with the community, wow, since before I had the planetary panhandle. but I discovered Discord and Twitch late, so I was a little slow on that one. But I've known Pamela since at least 2012, I think. So been a while.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Miss Brick Kitten, and I have been around the CosmoQuest community since about January this year. One of the newer people around. I'm one of also the horrible people who have introduced this whole community to Minecraft and started a server for everybody to play on. So we do have a CosmoQuest survival server that we play on, and I am coordinating and facilitating the solar system build to scale in Minecraft this weekend. And so if you've signed up on the forum and I've added you to the whitelist, please come in, join the server. We'll be building all weekend. We're going to start with building all of the major bodies. And if we manage to get all of the major bodies built, then we're going to start planting fun Easter eggs around the solar system. You know, things like, hey, maybe that blue police box is sitting on a random spot of the planet Mars or something, right? Okay, so shall
Long as there's
I?
no water next to
I was thinking the same thing, Dave. No water on Mars.
Awesome.
I mean, there is. Just keep the police box away from it. I have my sweater has police boxes. Well, actually, that's an angel, but somewhere around here there's police boxes. So
beware of random statues standing randomly in the middle of the world. Yeah.
Ooh, frightening. Okay, Pamela, are you still muted? Okay, everybody, let me know. Did you just hear Pamela?
Yes.
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 Not you. Guys are not helpful. Okay, Pamela is still muted on stream. Good job, Pamela. Congrats.
So this is tradition for.
Oh yeah, no,
us.
everybody's like, it wouldn't be a CosmoQuest stream.
We really should have set up a bingo.
You now have my audio. And if you're wondering what all the crazy looking around and why there's a little bit more chaos even than normal for us, we're doing something completely new today. We are going out live to Now Media Radio. Now Media Radio is deceptively actually television, radio, and they go out on Apple TV and Roku. You can get to them by downloading the Box app on either Roku or Apple TV and looking for Now Media Radio. And we are hosting their feed live over on hangout.cosmoquest.org. We are very grateful for our partners there who are making so much of what we do possible and are helping to make this event even more of a success. Unfortunately, our normal method of getting our feed to them this morning underwent an update that killed how many things were happening on my computer. So there was frantic looking about trying to sort how to get things going. And the folks at Now Media Radio, as always, were there to help us get through. Now, today is, I don't even know how many times we've done the Hangout-a-thon, but this year is special. A few months ago, one of our dear community members, Paranor001, Tim Hawkins in real life, said, we should build a scale model of the solar system. And he reached out to some of the streamers that he mods for on twitch.tv. He reached out to the Hot Dish, to Pixel Riffs, to the entire 8-bit community. And they said, yeah, let's do that. Let's build a scale model of the solar system. And he was working with us to plan that amazing event, but sadly he passed away suddenly and unexpectedly on September 28th. And to say this crushed our entire community, because he was someone I think most of us talk to almost every day. It took us a few weeks to get our heads back on, and I don't think our heads really are back on. And this event, the dates we picked, the build we're doing today, all of that, it was his fundamental, foundational idea that we built on. a little more last minute than we would have chosen because we took time to mourn. And everything we do today is dedicated to his memory. You're going to see a lot of blue boxes cropping up now and then. I actually have a tea kettle in the shape of a police box to be copyright free, that you will see on camera when I start making tea later today. And those are all to him. So, the build that we're doing in Minecraft, Ms. Brick Kitten, who is an amazing Minecrafter, stepped forward. She worked with Joseph Rooks, to whom we owe an immense debt of gratitude. And they have built an empty world, populated it with ghosts of planets, which you'll see in a moment. And today we start a 36-hour build to scale of our solar system. Ms. Kitten, can you explain?
So the biggest thing you do is math, lots of math. And when you do math, you have to figure out what your scale is. For the Minecraft build this year, what we're doing is Jupiter equals 1. The maximum build space in any Minecraft world is 256 blocks from top to bottom. And so we decided that Jupiter will fill all of that space. And what we are doing now is I have been going through and with the help of Joseph Rooks, Pamela cannot stress enough how much work
Yeah.
he has put into this. With the help of Joseph Brooks, we have set up an empty world. We have a normal Earth-like grassy plains, biomes everywhere world that if you feel like building maybe one of the launch centers around the world or a radio telescope or anything along those lines, feel free to jump on, grab a part of the overworld and build one of these amazing launch facilities that help us do what we do every day. But the key thing is we're going to go to scale in the completely empty end world. If you've played Minecraft and you've played the end and you've defeated the end dragon, you know that the end looks very spacey. So Joseph Brooks and I, we set up a server. We emptied out the end. I have started by putting the sun at the center. It is ginormous, to say the least. And we will take a look. Should I share this?
Yes.
Okay, if we're ready, I'm going to click a share screen. I'm going to make sure I find the right monitor.
And things may go slightly chaotic for a moment. We're not sure what this will do. Oh, it worked politely. No, it didn't. It started to. Now it's polite. Okay, we're good.
All right, excellent. So when you jump into the Minecraft CosmoQuest, build the solar system server, you will land right here by this beacon that is on a 3x3 patch of diamond. If you're going to go for it all the way, right? If you walk out, we have the little grounds around the Overworld Welcome Center. Kerbal was fun with putting up the banners, and he and I worked on this cute little quick build welcome center. Air conditioning on the top, one of those infamous blue boxes that will be popping up all over the place as we go along this thing. And then when you walk into the welcome center, you'll be greeted by Mr. Creeper here. Let's give him a sign. And then we will walk over here. And as an example, when we get out into space, this little white ghost sphere of white stained glass is what you'll see out in the universe, out in the solar system, the empty spaces to see. So signs everywhere to tell you where you're going and what you may be doing. And then over here, we have this button here, Teleport to Space, Center of the Sun Welcome Center. We will click this button and we jump over here to the center of the sun. I am now standing in the core of our local, nice, friendly, warm neighborhood star. And if you want to start getting the idea of scale, you can see as the outer core starts to generate in. It is amazingly beautiful. And we just saw Pixel Riffs join the server. Excellent. So this right here is the inner core of the inner core of the sun. Good morning, Pixel Riffs. We're running the intro. No, not ruining the intro, running the intro. All right. And when you drop into the middle of the center of the very sun of this world, you will be presented with a still incomplete. I am still wearing command boxes in to get people out to the planets that they will want to build. And then we start with, you can teleport immediately back to the Earth, which is the welcome center on the overworld. You can start on the Mercury staging platform, Venus, Earth, and Mars. My next one, I'm going to put one in for the asteroid belt and Jupiter. And if I teleport, let's go ahead and teleport out to Mercury. Mercury's pretty close to the sun. You'd think you'd be able to see it. However, Minecraft is one of those things where it is a limitation of its spawn rate. How many chunks it can spawn in at once and how many chunks it can show you. You cannot see the sun for Mercury. That's amazingly sad. But that just gives you an idea of the work of the space that's in between these planets. As we go through, these little white ghost spheres all throughout, scattered throughout this vast empty space that we have, will get filled in. And we start with, on these staging platforms, a couple suggested blocks to get you started. And if you know how to pick brick, you grab one of the bricks, you fly over to the build, and you can either break glass out and replace it, and you just start building. This will go on for all of the planets. The build pellets on the staging platform are the suggested build pellets. However, we love to encourage creativity. We want people to put a little bit of their own touch on it. We are trying to go as like as possible to the pellets of the planets as they are. So feel free to Google some of the latest astronomy photography of our nearby neighbor planets to get an idea of what they look like. And then you have the little houses here, and when you press the button on the little house, it will drop you back into the center of the sun. Sounds like a hot day, I know, but good thing is our digital characters are set to not burn. All right, and let's see. And then, for example, planets with moons. So the Earth, we have this nice, beautiful blue big moon that orbits around us, gives us tides, gives us eclipses, gives us all sorts of fun stuff. And when I drop to the Earth staging platform, again, we're greeted with a palette of potential colors to use. And here's the planet Earth. Now, and as well as everyone in our audience knows, you can typically see the Earth from the moon from the Earth. Well, in Minecraft, the scales, I have this set up to load 32 chunks. That stellar distance, that planetary distance, is a little too far for rendering. So what I have here, we now have teleport to the moon staging platform. And when I click this button, we'll land right on a platform. There's the little moon. These are all set to scale. And unfortunately, again, you cannot see the Earth from the moon. Again, your build palette, the suggested build palette, you can absolutely change that up. And from the moons, you'll be able to teleport either back to the core of the sun or in the Earth staging platform if you want to go back to the Earth. And then let's go back to the center of the sun. That is the way it goes. Now, for example, let's do a command block here. And then I'm going to go ahead and jump this in. And I'm going to put a button on this. And I need to program this command block. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to go over to a handy dandy spreadsheet that a lot of us have worked on. I started it, and the base starting point was I discovered what the scale is for this planet, for these planets, and the distance they would be from the sun. All right. I'm going to put in Jupiter because Jupiter is an amazing world and I'm looking forward to seeing it built. I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to give it a command. I'm going to tell it that I'm going to grab the nearest player and I'm going to teleport them to the coordinates where Jupiter will sit. And if you've played Minecraft, most of us wander 256, 1,000, maybe 2,000 blocks away from spawn, and that's all the world we've ever seen in our Minecraft worlds. However, when we go to the scale here, Jupiter sits out at 863,000 blocks, 863,397 blocks. I'm putting everything at the center of the world so we can start our build planets at the center of the world. And then we're going to go to 181,665 blocks. So X 863,397, that's huge. I don't think I've ever played that far out in the world before. 127, that's your y-axis, your up and down, and 181,665,000 blocks on the z-axis. X, Y, Z. I'm going to click done, and I'm going to show everybody quickly how I generate the ghost spheres. I'm going to click this button. I'm going to start falling rapidly. So I'll double tap my spacebar so I'm flying. And one of the mods that we've installed on this server to make it easier for all of us is, if you've never built a sphere in Minecraft from scratch in survival, you will understand that building a sphere is difficult. There's a lot to keep track of. We've installed a mod that allows me to do it quickly. So I'm going to go and I'm going to build a hollow sphere. I'm going to make it ghost world, so I'm going to make it out of white stained glass. And because this is Jupiter, this is the biggest planet in this solar system build, I'm going to give it its 256, excuse me, that would be the diameter. This one here requires the radius. If I did a 256, it would be a sphere 512 in diameter, and this one 128 will give us a sphere 256 blocks in diameter. I'm going to hit enter. It's going to take a moment, and we can see the ghost of Jupiter bounce in.
So I'm noticing there's a question of how many of Jupiter's moons are there. So there's over 60. The number changes as we find more moons. Are we building any of the moons in Minecraft?
We are building at least the Galilean moons. And when I look at the Galilean moons, Jupiter has some of the largest moons in the solar system. Io itself is one of the smallest. Io and Europa are the two smallest moons. And in Minecraft terms, that is a 7-block diameter for Io, 6 blocks in diameter for Europa. Ganymede and Callisto are almost the size of Mercury. And what we get is a Ganymede that is 11 Minecraft blocks in diameter, and Callisto, furthest out of the Galilean moons, which is 10 blocks in Minecraft diameter.
And is it too late to get a Minecraft invitation, or can people still sign up to come at least look, even if they're not building?
Even if you're not building, you can join in, and if you just want to look around, you can join in. If someone throws the command in Twitch,
I threw it up. I got you.
We have a link right there. Click that link. Myself and Gordon will be monitoring this forum as it goes through the day, and making sure anyone new who wishes to come in and at least look around will get added to the list. We have an allowed list for the server, as we just want to make sure that we control who comes and goes. If you've played in Minecraft a lot, you will understand that making large spheres of TNT is a very fun thing to do once in a while, and a little of destruction and blowing blocks up can be cathartic at points. But we would like.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Says the man who blew up Jupiter in the test world we created the other day.
Okay, I have to pause you for a second, Mr. Kitten. I would like to say thank you to Astro Sets, to Shannon, and to Helga B for their kindful donations.
Woohoo!
Right now,
Thank you.
we are currently at just over $1,000 in donations.
Wow.
Jeff donated $51.45. Shannon donated $10.29, and Helga B just donated $228.44. So
Donation after my
Thank
own
you.
heart. I
thank
love
you.
it.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. All right. And so now I have this ghost world, and I've got to give everybody a place to stand. I'm going to put a platform here so you have something to stand on. I make these platforms out of bedrock. I give them a 5 points in diameter. I am now standing on a bedrock platform that overlooks the planet. And then we have signs. Signs are important. And I've been putting these signs up everywhere. This has been my night last night. 256 blocks in diameter. Woo! Oh. So this is the maximum. When you look at Jupiter here, this is the maximum build limit of the world. That's it. And that's why when I did my calculations, I went from Jupiter equals 1. It makes the sun amazingly huge. Just for example, the core is 616 blocks in diameter. The radiative zone of the sun is 1960 blocks. The outer chromosphere is 2800 blocks. And then if you wanted to put the wispy corona in, that would be out to 6,000 blocks in diameter. And that was calculations that Star Strider Pamela provided the spreadsheet. It's just the scales are huge. And I'm using teleports because to fly that distance, well, we only have 36 hours. And we're working to get this done in 36 hours. And as we complete things, we will happily add little teasers. Maybe you might find a black monolith on a certain space in the moon, or hanging out in orbit around either Jupiter or Saturn, depending on which book or movie you're looking at. It all depends. So that is an introduction to our solar system build for this weekend. Please come and join us. Please come and have fun with us. This is to give some respect to our good friend Paranor. I know he was always there when I logged on to the CosmoQuest server. I miss him deeply, and it's just...
He would have said the show must go on.
Yep.
Indeed.
Thank you, Zach, for the 50 bits.
All right. And here I am.
And Dave has just let us know that Starlink 14 has just lifted off from SLC 40 at Cape Canaveral. So congratulations to SpaceX on putting some more Starlinks up in the sky.
Yep.
All right. This is just, it's going to be a hard day, but a good day. I'm going to ask, can you unshare your screen? Thank you. And let's go back to our standard grid view. It's always fun producing things in real time with Zoom, but this is 2020 after all, people. This is 2020. So what we're doing in Minecraft is just part of the many different things going on in different locations on the internet throughout Hangout-a-thon. So here on twitch.tv and Now Media Radio, we are going to be hosting guests. We are going to be doing Minds on the 49s, checking in at 49 past the hour, every hour on how the build is going in Minecraft. We have giveaways that will be running, not this hour because everyone running the giveaways is currently in the stream with me. We're going to have giveaways going on in the Discord server. If you don't know where any of this stuff that I'm talking about is, that's okay. We have a website for you. You can go to hangout.cosmoquest.org. And when you look at this page, you should be able to see a donate button. And that donate button is how you donate. This is, after all, a fundraiser. We don't actually stream for 36 straight hours just for fun. I mean, we sort of do. We sort of do.
Most of us don't.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Some of us might.
So, if you want to donate, which I hope you will, click on over to hangout.cosmoquest.org or use the links that are going to be posted both on twitter.com, CosmoQuestX, and in the Twitch chat. If you are watching us on Now Media Radio, you can ask us questions via the hashtag HAT2020. That stands for Hangoutathon, and it's just a kind of cool word. So the 36,000 that is in the donation bar below us, this is the bare minimum we need to keep ourselves going at bare bones level, assuming that our standard monthly income is the same in 2021 that it was in 2020. Now, we hate begging for money, and this show costs us $150,000 a year. This channel, all of our productions, our servers, and the citizen science that we do to help map out the solar system, all of that combined costs us $150,000 to do right now. If we blow past that 36,000, I'm going to happily increase the bar to 150,000 and try and raise the money we need to get through the entire 12 months so that we don't need to ask for funding ever again during the year. Whether we get to do that or not is up to you. So if you want to see science education, and some good fashioned silliness, now is your time to give. Now, one of the things that's been super special to me is 2020 is a bit of a bonfire, you might say. And everyone who's in this chat with me, as well as a myriad of other individuals who aren't here right now, we talk almost every day, and we've been getting each other through all the chaos that has been this year. What has having CosmoQuest around meant to y'all?
Sanity.
Yeah.
And-
Go ahead, Dolly.
Sorry, too much coffee. Like having trouble with not talking. But for me, it's honestly like it's meant employment. I was laid off at the beginning of the pandemic, and Pamela came to me and was like, do you want to edit video and audio for us? And so this is, I've been able to like keep paying down my student debts and like feed myself and stuff because of CosmoQuest. And it's also provided just an amazing group of friends to kind of support me through all this like insanity that is 2020. And so I very much appreciate your donations because it allows me to, do what I really love for a living.
And that in a funny way kind of connects to what I was going to say. I was going to say that for me, provided community. And the funny thing is that both Beth and Allie, and we sometimes forget that they're employed because they're just part of the community. We forget that they get paid to do this. It's like that meme. You guys get paid because again, this is a community of mostly like-minded friends who enjoy mostly the same stuff and who, in one way or another, have each other's backs. Mm-hmm. And that's something that, especially in 2020, is. I mean, it's a great thing to have any day, but especially in this time, it's comforting to know you have a community you can rely on.
Yeah, I think one of the rare upsides to the whole COVID pandemic, if there can be such a thing, is that it did bring us closer together.
Definitely.
If you hop on our Discord server, you join our Discord server, you know, you can become as active as you want in the community. And there's almost always at least one person sitting in the voice chat. I know that I've started working at home, and I will often have the voice chat up in the background, even if I don't have my camera on, and just can talk to people as I'm working through the day, and they're doing their thing during the day. And it has gone a long way to making this whole horrible experience a little less horrible.
Makes you feel less alone to sit there, even if like nobody's really talking or we're all just typing away on our computers, but to hear other people in your life, like just to hear those comforting noises of people around you, even if it's virtual, it has definitely grounded me a few times when I have just needed that. I love my family, I love my son, I love my husband, I love my best friend who helps me out around the house, but to feel like I'm connected outside my house has been very, very helpful, because I'm a social person. I am not an introvert. I will talk on camera all day if you want me to. And so it's really weird to not have people to talk to. And I like that I have that now. And I'm very, very grateful to Pamela for not just having this community, but bringing me in as an employee and putting me in here, and this has been my dream for a decade, so thank you. And thank you to all of this wonderful community for making me feel so deeply welcomed and giving us all of this space and making it easier. And I just want to read, if it's okay, a couple comments from chat. Wow, there were more than when I last looked. So AstroWise says, for me, life became very insular and small when my career went into the toilet, and I've been spending so much more time at home. CosmoQuest has provided some socialization and helped my mental health. From Guido B, for me, it's community and sanity too. Wouldn't have made it as well as I did through the last couple of years if it wasn't for CosmoQuest and everything around it. And Zach said, none of my friends or fam are interested in science, so this community is a real treat. So thank you for all of your kind words too. I know I like hearing them, but I also know that Pamela needs to hear them. So I really appreciate that you guys are posting those things.
Yeah, and I can only just echo what everyone else has said. Having a community that's as excited as I am about when the next launch is going up and what this new satellite's going to do, and being able to chat with people like Gordon and Annie and Beth and all of y'all, it makes such a huge difference, because otherwise, you know, I'm stuck in my house, except when I do have to go to work as a essential person, be on site by myself. And I tend to be a insular person in my own right, but I am old enough and wise enough to know that I still need people around me, and this really does help.
And CosmoQuest initially grew up around, we are a place where people can map out our solar system. And the last project we did was mapping out the surface of the, oh my God, so many rocks, rubble pile, rock, Bennu. And
Do you want a rock?
Crater. Is that a crater? Crater. Rock, boulder, rock.
And this is the thing, is we learned to come together while hate mapping Bennu, while marking craters on the moon, while tracing craters on Mercury. We want to bring all that science back. We're in the process of doing a massive, currently unfunded update to our software. If we can go past the 36,000 this weekend, we're going to have the money to dedicate paid time to getting that stuff relaunched, which would really help, because it turns out you can do an open source project that gets amazing software done, but unless you have someone paid to do the unit testing and the other testing to make sure the miserable parts you have to pay someone to do, is what we have learned. And I love how the software engineers are all shaking their heads. Yes, I don't do that for free. So we want to turn this into a place where we continue to keep doing science. Now, the summer of Bennu, the summer of 2019, what are your memories of the rocks? Beth, you had words.
I just love how everyone just kind of stared off into the middle distance.
I didn't map at nearly as I think my thing was that I got very I want to do it well. So, I want to map every single rock in my image and I want to get them right. And I would get very, very frustrated and get to the point of I have to walk away for a little bit because there's so many rocks. And then I would see that people had been, we had a leaderboard. We kept a leaderboard and I'm nowhere even near the leaderboard. And it was very like, this is not a competition, Beth. Science is not a competition. It's okay. You don't have to map 500 images today. Just map 1, 2. It all adds up. And I just have to say that while I don't feel like I did any remotely part of the lion's share of work, that the people who did are amazing. Wow. Amazing, because I got frustrated after 2.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny.
Same.
That map.
You said it was all about it adding up over time as everybody did it. There were some that did. I mean, Mike. Wow. Mike. Anyway.
Mike.
Wow.
But the people that came in and did just 1 or just 2 and said that's enough and noped out of it. We had thousands of people do that, and that added up.
Yeah,
I was one of those people who did.
I think we really even underestimated just how much impact those folks did to a certain degree. Just being able to be a part of that, I thought was really satisfying to me, and I didn't feel so bad when I would do 1 or 2 like Beth and then have to go away for a few days because ouch.
And that's part of the beauty of, sorry, go ahead.
I think I pushed myself to hit 50 because there was some minimum, you got a certificate at 50. And so I think I spent the last week, I'm hitting the 50 mark. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, I was going to say, that's the beauty of community science, of citizen science, is that if anybody just gives a little bit, it helps a lot in the overall.
Matters.
Yeah. And I think you could say the same about the donations. If anybody just gives a little bit, it just amasses to something that really helps.
And we know that 2020 is rough, that a lot more people are unemployed than used to be, and the division between haves and have-nots has gotten greater. We totally get it if you can't give. That's fine. Hang out, build Minecraft, enjoy your time with our community. That matters to us too. Mm-hmm. If you are someone for whom the stock market is going up actually has meaning, you're the people we'd really like to talk to via Kindful right now. We get it. Give if you can, don't give if you are in that position. Just be part of the community. And the question was asked in the chat, do you have more science projects planned? And the answer is yes, we do. On November 15th is going to be the next big National Science Foundation grant, and it's going in with a myriad of different possible projects on it. And if we raise enough money through this event, that's another way of funding these projects. People have approached me asking for help mapping the surfaces of other worlds, looking for aurora in the atmospheres of moons, looking for outbursts in archival images of comets that might indicate crazy things like landslides have happened on comets. There's a lot of scientists who really want to use our platform. We are one of the only, it's not one of the only, we are the only place to have demonstrated we are capable of doing the tedious, annoying, hard to do science that is mapping the surfaces of other worlds. There's lots of citizen science platforms out there. There's lots of places to go and do lots of different things. But if you want to be someplace where you'll have PhD researchers nurturing you through learning, well, how to map another world. This is the place you want to be. So,
Okay, I have a
go.
couple thank yous here. Thank you to Russ H for subscribing. They've subscribed for 4 months. So nice. Thank you so much. And thank you to Phoenix99 for the 200 bits for science. So, wow, thank you.
So the donation bar below me, that is synced with our PayPal and Kindful donations and anything that comes in through Streamlabs. So if you donate to streamlabs.com/CosmoQuestX, that also comes to us there. Um,
Wow.
so
Thank you, Canada Kim, for resubscribing. They are at 28 months now.
Wow.
So we
Awesome.
do mines on the 49s. We're running a little bit late. Can you bring us any updates on what's going on in Minecraft?
Well, yes. Am I still here? Can you hear
Yep,
me?
yep. You want
Awesome.
to screen share?
Sure can. Uh, let's see here. Find the right button. There it is. Screen share. Yay. Share. All right. So I've just kind of started giving people an idea of what they can do in the overworld. Here we see the start of maybe a launch platform with the umbilical tower going up. Yeah. This is all done in creative mode. Any block that's in the game is available to you. So when you open up your inventory, every block that you want, you can find and you can always search on. So like, for example, I went with red concrete and there's red concrete. You can just grab it, place it on your bar and escape out, and then you have red concrete to build with. You can also use the pick a brick, which is your center mouse button. So I used commands to generate these circles. I'm cheating. And you can grab a brick real quickly just by putting your crosshairs on it and pushing either your center third mouse click or wherever you may have assigned that key. I know some people use trackpads to play, and some people use single button mice. And you can always go in and you can go into your settings and change your keybind for the pick a brick to wherever you want it. Pixelriffs has joined a server, so he's online right now with us, and he has started doing terraforming as a warm up around everything. And he's just bouncing around, adding some wonderful landscaping outside of the Welcome Center. And this is where we're at the moment. And we will keep updating as things get built and as planets start to come together all throughout. The mines on the nines, right?
The mines on the nines. It's going to actually be 49, but so I guess we're the minor 49ers.
There we go.
And Pamela, you just started in Minecraft, didn't you?
I did. So one of the last things that Paranor and I did together was he asked, hey, since we're going to be um, building this in Minecraft, do you want to join us in practicing on the CosmoQuest server? So the week before he died, he had me in world. He gave me my first set of armor, a bunch of tools, set up a lodestone so I could always find my way home, and taught me the basics of the game. And so I am the noobiest of noobs. If you want to die in lava, do what I do. And really, you don't want to die by lava, so stop.
And don't build your house over a hellmouth.
Yes.
Right. So Buffy the Vampire Slayer was the TV show that got me through writing my dissertation. I literally would turn it on while I worked every evening, and I believe firmly in fighting like a girl with wooden stakes and swords and knives in video games. And I never quite thought I'd be taking on actual zombies, or at least Minecraft zombies. Um, so I quite by accident, when I picked where in the world to build my house, built it in the
Worst
side
possible
of a
place.
hill that has beneath it spawners that spawn all the horrible things that a Minecraft world can spawn. So the oh my goodness, there's a zombie in my basement is a common statement I make.
It is entertaining. Sometimes I roll in there with sword and shield drawn, or my flaming bow, and build out the next group of monsters that Pavla has found quietly idling in a cave that she just opened up. It's a lot of fun.
And Annie has done the same. Annie, who is asleep right now because she'll be covering a lot of the later hours, has done a lot for trying to get Pamela's Hellmouth under control. A couple more thank yous. This is going to. I'm the computer on Galaxy Quest. Thank you to Trekker Kev for subscribing. You have subscribed for 21 months, so that is awesome. Thank you to Susan W. for, I believe that is another donation of $51.54. Thank you to Wayne Johnson, who tipped $20.58. And thank you to, I believe, once again, that is Astro Sets, who has tipped another $51.45. So we are now up over $1,100, and we are so deeply appreciative. So thank you. You keep my cats in cat food, and they appreciate that.
So our next guest, Nick Castle, will hopefully be joining us shortly. It is early in the morning where he is. So we're going to stick with this game until he comes in, but if I could get you to unshare temporarily, I'd like to get some parting thoughts from everyone else here in the channel. So
thank you to Dave B for 1029. Sorry.
Thank you.
Wasn't me, I swear.
I just want to say that it's like the whole like CosmoQuest, I guess, mission statement, if you will, is like that everyone is welcome here, and this is the first community that I've been a part of that really, really embodies that, and also it's just like you can do citizen science without having any kind of science background. Like I personally, like, my field, or whatever you want to call it, is literature, but here I am helping with science communication and helping with citizen science, and so it's really like anyone can come do this.
So do any of you, as parting thoughts, want to say anything either about CosmoQuest, citizen science, or the thing you're looking most forward to building in the next 36 hours? Any ideas for Easter eggs that you have?
Oh, I've got a couple of Easter eggs. There is a certain terrestrial road vehicle that has apparently just passed Mars, and I think that it may have to appear in the game, and I may need some help with an armor
Russell's
stand.
Roadster.
Yeah.
I am your armor stand person. I will make you an armor stand scene that you will hopefully enjoy.
Yeah, but right now in Minecraft, I am working on an observatory building.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave the Minecraft to those more familiar with it, but I want to echo what Astro YYZ said in the Twitch chat. Science is for everyone, and this organization proves it.
Yes.
Get involved because you can.
Yep.
So
thank you to Zach for 50 bits. Pamela's dogs have opinions. Thank you to Russell H for tipping $20.58. So everything is so great. Thank you so much.
It's a good start to the weekend.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
It's just
And I think it's not too late to make a bingo card if anyone's up to it.
No, I am completely open to starting a bingo in the background. We do have numerous giveaways. We're currently having some technological issues getting the giveaways to function. I'm hoping we can get our Instra to sort that out for us in the background. And I have to say, I am so used to our Instra being here in the room with me for these events. I'm here alone, guys. My dogs have even abandoned me.
I
My
thought about even offering, and then Annie talked me out of it, and she was right to do so. But dude, I wish I was there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're here with one another in spirit. It's going to be hard being together well alone, but we always have each other on the Discord. Sadly, that doesn't help any of you fill my cup of coffee. I think you may see my husband's arm reaching in at some point to rescue me in that way. I think I hear him awake upstairs finally. Um, I'm so glad you're all here. I'm hoping that our next speaker appears, but for
He is in
now,
the waiting room.
he is. All right, so we are set. Let's bring Nick Castle in, and we're going to talk about the mineralogy of Minecraft with Dr. Nick Castle, PhD research scientist at the Planetary Science Institute. Gordon, don't forget to host me back in Zoom before you disappear. And all of you, it's
Oh,
not too
yes.
late to join us in Minecraft. We have giveaways going on in the Discord as soon as we can get someone's computer working a little bit better than our initial computer was working. Um, and yeah, we're going to teach Minecraft to noobs while talking about actual science and how we can replicate it in other ways. So, thank you all. Don't go anywhere. Stay. We are being joined by Nick. I'm going to put the rockets up for just a moment while I reset the screen.